Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, aka the Football History Dude, and I'm here to help you finish your Christmas shopping list and let everyone else over there stiff-arm their competition while trying to fight off that tryptophan on Turkey Night. Now, what we did was we partnered with Rochester Sports Autographs, the largest JSA authenticated autograph distributor in the United States, where you can get up to 75% off over 30,000 autographed sports collectibles during this holiday season. They have something for everyone. But how is RSA able to offer such great deals on JSA authentication, you ask? Well, they do this by making deals directly with athletes so there are no extra markups, and they choose to then pass that savings on to you, the customer. Now, all orders from Rochester Sports Autographs are top quality and shipped to your door with top authentication and a money-back guarantee. But hurry up because customers are so stark raving mad for RSA that memorabilia sells out daily. All you have to do is head over to shoprsa.com/SHN. Again, that's shoprsa.com/SHN. So don't wait to bring home your favorites and own a piece of sports history for you and the loved ones on your shopping list this holiday season.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome once again to the Pigpen, your portal to positive football history. And welcome to your sports break for this November 10th as we talk about some of the greatest athletes and events that they did on this day that made them memorable, along with uniform numbers on November 10th. Before we get to those uniform numbers, let's make sure that you know about our daily newsletter. It's so easy to sign up. Go to the show notes of this podcast, answer 2 questions, and then voila, tomorrow morning, 6:30 a.m. and every morning, you'll know what's going on in the Pigpen as far as sports history, and a lot of things are going on in Sports History Network as well, and our podcast on Pigskin Dispatch, Jersey Dispatch podcast, and everything we got on both websites, and Orville Mulligan as well. Okay, those jersey numbers for November 10th we're going to talk about today are numbers 20, 9, 35, 3, 40, 55, and number 19. November 10th, 1934 is where we'll start off, and the first NHL penalty shot was awarded in a game to the Montreal Canadiens forward Armand Mondeau. Remarkably, it did not find its mark, and it was stopped by Toronto goaltender George Hainsworth in the Maple Leafs 2-1 victory that day. November 10th, 1957, Cleveland Browns' Don Paul, number 20 on his jersey, set a club record for the longest fumble return with an 89-yard run in a scoop-and-score fashion, defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers, ugh, that hurts a little bit, 24-0. November 10th, 1963, Detroit Red Wings right wing Gordie Howe, number 9, surpassed another number 9, Maurice Richard, as leading the NHL all-time goal scorer with Howe's 545th career goal and a 3-0 Red Wings victory over the Montreal Canadiens in Detroit. November 10th, 1971, the St. Louis Cardinals, number 9. These 9s are coming up a lot here, aren't they? Joe Torre, well, he won the National League MVP, while pitcher number 35, Vida Blue, won the American League MVP for the season. November 10th, 1975, that Kansas City Royals organization, well, they ended up releasing their slugger, number 3, Harmon Killebrew, ending his 22-year career in Major League Baseball. November 10th, 1987, the Philadelphia Phillies, number 40, Steve Bedrosian, edged out Rick Sutcliffe, also a number 40, only for the Chicago Cubs, in votes 57-55. It was a tight race to win that National League Cy Young Award. November 10th, 1988, Orel Hershiser, who wore number 55 for the Los Angeles Dodgers, had a 23-8 record and made him a unanimous choice as the National League Cy Young Award winner for 1988 season. And finally, November 10th, 1991, the Cleveland Browns quarterback, number 19, Bernie Kosar, had his NFL record of 308 passes without an interception. It ended when he was picked off in an NFL game on that day. And that is your sports history, your sports break for November 10th. So glad you could join us here for another day of great sports history and these uniform numbers. Hope you're enjoying it and enjoying the rest of your day. If you're looking for some more sports history, don't be afraid to go over to Sports History Network. Great podcasts there, talk about sports history of all kinds and eras. Also, our websites, Jersey Dispatch and Pigskin Dispatch, have a lot more to offer than we have here on the podcast. So till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. Sorry, but my pitching coach just called timeout and he's coming out to the mound. I think I'm going to get yanked for a reliever. We'll see you back tomorrow for some more great sports history on Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskindispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com. Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website. Seriously, all you gotta do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you gotta do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.